Life Audio.
Today I'll talk about that John traps a groundhog and immediately makes it into a sermon illustration. Meanwhile, I don't like it when restaurants use animals as mascots and learn about the time in history when tomatoes were considered poisonous. Plus a conversation about masculinity, vulnerability, and common sense. Today's episode is not sponsored by Pickleball. It's never too late to tear your Achilles. But first, a word from our actual sponsor.
Johnny, let's take a little trip down to Bantertown. Let's talk about that.
Grab an oar. Jump in the kayak.
Where apparently it's a waterway.
It's a kayak for many, many people.
Yes.
Hopefully thousands.
Yeah,
It's a big kayak.
Johnny, if this show only reaches one person, then we'll have to probably stop doing it. Because that's not enough.
That's not.
I don't like to quantify.
The network will kick us off.
They're going to be like, hey, you only reached one person. And we're like, but dude, we reached one person.
Yeah. Didn't you say that was the whole point?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not the point. And that's our show.
Hey, I have an update.
Oh.
I haven't even told you about this.
Oh, good. I like when you save stuff.
It's pretty important.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, I captured the groundhog.
No way.
I got him.
Yes.
So I went under the house, the other week and dug everything out and put all this
because you thought he was
stuff
gone.
in.
You thought you spooked him.
He was gone.
Okay.
But he came back.
Mm-hmm.
And the deal was, and Johnny, if this won't preach, I don't know what will.
Right.
Seriously, I don't know what will. I left this 6 inches to the right of the door where it was undisturbed before. And it was like this flat rock, but I hadn't dug down and put all the things underneath the block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 6 feet and then like 6 inches. And I thought, he'll never go, if he comes back, to that one spot.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, he did.
Yeah.
He left everything else alone because he couldn't get through, went to the 6 inches. And guys, if you leave the devil 6 inches, he'll turn into a groundhog. I don't know.
He'll become a ruler. Isn't that the whole thing? If you
Something-
give the devil an inch, he'll become a ruler.
If you give him 6 inches, he'll become
A groundhog.
6. Yeah. So he went in
six
there.
rulers.
So I went and got my cage that I bought.
Oh, right. You've got a little trap that you had. Did you take him out into the...
I'll tell you.
Are you going to say you killed it?
I'll tell you.
Oh, no.
You might not like the ending of this.
He's in your house, isn't he? You're like, Sadie loved him.
We're training him. He's better than our dog. No, so I...
What do you mean I'm not going to like it? Is this going to be...
So I found out that cantaloupe and cabbage, like sort of, I guess, more fragrant to the groundhog's olfactory senses. And so I put it down there yesterday, and sure enough, caught him.
I'm the same way. That's how Curry got me. She put down cantaloupe wedges.
And it worked.
What are these?
So yeah, I took him, and I have pictures if you want to see. So actually, I drove him across the interstate because, I don't know, maybe he could find his way back. I thought surely he can't cross a highway. And I released him up here by the Whole Life Market and the church property, and he ran off.
He's like watching what exit is. He's like, okay, we took a left, we took a right.
226. So yeah, he now lives here. He's out there somewhere outside that window.
He lives on the property of the church?
Yeah, I released him right here.
What if he digs in here and gets in our groundwater, whatever I don't know what they do.
He kind of injured his nose a little bit trying to get out of the cage. Just a little bit. He's all right.
You think he'll recover?
I do. It was just like a scratch, a little bloody scratch. But he
couldn't. Do you think he had a family?
I didn't ask.
Because now he doesn't.
He'll just make a new family. He's a groundhog.
I don't think you understand how groundhog things work.
There's a groundhog. There's a little church, used to be a Methodist church, right here in the corner. Like from 1845, like it's a really old building. And when we would take Sadie to school in the mornings, there was always a groundhog in the field by the Methodist church. So we would call him our Methodist groundhog.
Okay.
He was always out there standing up in the middle of the day.
Right.
So I almost took him over there, but I wasn't sure about his religious preferences.
Yeah. Is he going to want the liturgy? Is he going to not want?
You put him with a Methodist, who knows what might happen?
Some weird call and response thing. He doesn't respond. That guy gets offended and he's like, I'm Baptist.
Yeah. You can't.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to, I felt it was rude to ask.
Yours probably was Baptist because he hangs out by the pool.
Hey.
You got the pool?
Come on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
I don't know. We're getting a little theological too soon in the show, but
too much theology too early.
Yeah, no, that's well. I'm glad he's okay. I thought you were going to say, and then I stabbed him with a shank that I'd fashioned in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I kept it. That was me teasing you.
Okay.
Forward.
Yeah.
So you'd hang them every word to see.
You know, I love animals. Even like, I don't know. I mean, I say that, but I mean, there's obviously, I kill bugs and spiders and stuff. But
yeah, I told someone last night, I was like, yeah, I trapped a groundhog. And they were like, trapped? You know, like, I killed 5 yesterday kind of thing. You know, I was like, well, I mean, I can't, if I have to, Johnny, I can.
I was thinking about you yesterday because we're driving somewhere to lunch, me and the missus, and we get behind a van, and it's got a picture of a mole with a shovel, cartoonic mole with a shovel, and it says Mole Man. And it just, and I go, I bet this is mole removal service. And
is the mole removing himself?
Sure enough, the side of the van said Mole Man, mole removal. Had a longer, because you have the whole panel of the van on the side to put all of it. And I was like, that's like one of those chicken restaurants that uses a chicken as its.
Yeah.
You're like, then they cut off my limbs and fry me. Like, it just is weird to think about the chicken becoming what you eat there. Don't do that. The pig at the barbecue restaurant.
Have you seen the extermination service in Nashville that their mascot is a little mouse making an angry sound?
Yeah.
Or an angry face.
Yeah. Like he's
the problem.
It's like in The Force Awakens when the guy gets out of the stormtroopers. You know, he's like, I'm going to rebel against. I was raised in this, but I'm not. Maybe that's what that mouse is. He's like the.
Now he makes his life mission to take down.
I'm a double agent.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're making a business and it's Mole Man, I don't know. Why not just a man?
Maybe it's the guy
holding a mole up by the, his head's on a pike or something.
Again, people don't want to really.
The moles need to see that. That's how you got to put fear in the heart of these moles. I mean, they're in their tunnels. They don't know what's going on.
No.
They hide out.
But you do wonder if they were to show actually what they're going to do to come remove the moles.
That's true.
Then but they want it done. But it's kind of like, again, you wanted to eat a burger today.
Yes.
But you don't want to know how that burger was made.
No. I want to remain indirectly involved. Mm-hmm. I used to compare it to Dateline when they would do those sting operations where a woman has hired a hitman to kill her husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Or a man's hired a hitman to kill his wife. And then they're in the car talking about the deal.
She's like, I don't want to know.
$10,000. And he goes, do you want to, I'm going to tell you what I'll do. And he goes, I don't want any.
Yeah.
Some of that's just for culpability. You don't want to say that you had any knowledge. But part of it's just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just want to see it under the cellophane.
Yeah.
At the grocery.
Mole Man reminds me of Mog from Spaceballs.
Oh, okay, yeah. Half man, half dog.
I'm half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Remember
wouldn't it be great if you pull up, you're like, this is probably mole removal, and it's just a dude that looks like a mole man. He's just like, no, that's just what they always called me.
I'm coming out. Is this birthday party? Yeah. He's coming in to do tricks for the kids.
He does balloon animals. You go, man, those are squeaky. That's just the noise I make. Oh, Mole Man. Not a sponsor, John.
Oh, man.
No, not a sponsor.
No, not at all.
Well, that's a good update. Well, so you're free now. Well, you hope that the word doesn't get out, though.
Well, I haven't gone under, and now I have to dig out that new hole he made and redo all this. Jeez. But I texted our mutual friend who does everything.
Yeah,
Eli does
farming.
Everything. He knows how to do everything in life. Like
right.
he's just got a lot of varied experiences. And I was like, so I'm assuming this will be the only one. And he was like, well, that one looked pretty young. Uh-oh. So it's usually, yes, they have their own territory, but it's possible. You just need to watch. I was like,
you broke up a family,
I don't know.
I hope not.
I'd like to think that I
But maybe it's time for him to go. Well, yeah, maybe we don't know. Maybe that mole was like on the skids with the missus and he needed like a fresh start. You supplied that.
Sometimes you got to push a groundhog out of the cage, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Let him spread his little claws.
Hurt his nose on the way out.
Hey,
for good measure.
Listen, a groundhog's nose is a dish best served. I don't know. I'm looking for some sort of southernism, some sort of aphorism for groundhog noses.
I just think it's a little dark to talk about what you put a wild animal in a cage. I think that groundhog saw your shadow that day.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I think.
Wow, that really got to the soul of
me. Didn't it? Did you like that?
Straight to it. I will say, Eli, I sent the picture. He goes, you need to make sure you're wearing gloves when you carry that cage. And I had bought some wildlife gloves. Rabies and stuff.
Oh, like, because he could bite through?
Oh, well, I don't see how, but yeah. And I thought, when I let him go, what if he sees me as a threat? So I'm trying to make sure I was behind. Because, Johnny, I am a threat. Lots of people see me as a threat.
They...
very intimidating. Very intimidating.
Of our friend group, you're the groundhog. Yeah.
He ran very fast for me, so once I let him go, bro. And you know what?
like-
Sometimes, guys, when you get finally let out of that cage,
Yeah.
you need to run away from it. I don't care how much cabbage, I don't care how many cantaloupes are behind you. Get out of there.
They called his name and he ran out of that cage. To quote, is that a Hillsong? That's not Hillsong. Who is that?
I ran out of that cage. Except it was great. I don't know who it was.
Somebody took that song and put, I ran out of that rave. It's something about, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it was, I sent it to my mom and she named him Henry. She goes, "Oh, don't hurt Henry."
Oh, now see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
once you give it a name,
yeah,
it's tough stuff.
I didn't. Look, I think I was humane, but I had to deal with the problem. And if I have to deal with it again, hey, reputation's going to grow.
Now
People, look, the word on the street, the beat
the
around
varmint,
the yard
the
of my
varmint
house.
community knows the name John Driver.
Like, we thought this guy, we lived here now 8 years, and he was kind of a pushover. And now we say he means business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't go digging around where you ain't supposed to be.
If you see that shiny light off the top of that thing, that would be my head.
Oh.
You need to run.
That's like a bat signal for
Yeah, and they'll see me
critters.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your name? Vengeance. And you throw it in a cage. Well, that's fine. Anyway.
Actually, Vengeance is my middle name. I don't like
John
that.
Vengeance
It's just
Driver.
John V. Driver, yeah. But,
You can search him on Amazon and look for his books.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
John, let's take a minute and hear from a few of our fine sponsors.
And we're back. Johnny, I think we should just go straight in today.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my segment. It's a segment we call They Talked About That. Clive James.
Oh, and a Clive that's not Clive Staples Lewis.
He was an Australian-born writer, critic, essayist, broadcaster, and poet. Eventually moved to England.
Renaissance man.
Yeah.
That
Born
guy.
1939. Died 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. He said, you'll like this one.
Yeah.
I think. He said, well, by the way, this has been, just so everyone knows, I did some research.
Yeah, boy.
This is often
You
misattributed.
vetted this guy.
This is misattributed to William James. But I, you heard it here, have done some research, and hopefully this is correct. He said, common sense and a sense of humor are the same thing, moving at different speeds. A sense of humor is just common sense dancing.
Wow, that's pretty good. I never heard that.
Yeah. And I feel like that kind of speaks to the podcast. We got over here, common sense.
Yeah.
And on your side.
Got me, bad dancing.
But now I think it's really interesting because people who don't know you, but know that I'm friends with you, you know, there's that perception of comedians or whatever.
Right.
And I think they assume, like if we're in the Enneagram world, they would assume that you were just like this happy-go-lucky 7 about everything, right? Everything's always great.
If they
funny.
know what a 7 is, yeah.
Yeah. And the truth is, like, I think you're funny because you think deeper than most people and you see through things. You look through the prism of all the sides. But the idea that common sense gives you, I think, the potential to make an observation that would be humorous in a way. Because I'll hear jokes sometimes and go, my goodness, that was someone smart.
Yeah.
Wrote that. Like someone had to really think deeply and not just, you can't observe something that will bring everybody to the table in a way that they laugh if you don't have something deeper than they're seeing already, right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't. If I say anything, it sounds pretty self-congratulatory after everything you just said. It was very nice,
guys. Johnny, yeah. I mean, I think.
No, I mean, it's easy to like. I think it's both. Like, I think that writing jokes is like a skill and a gift. So it's like having a sense of humor is a skill that you can hone, just like you can learn to be a better carpenter, you can learn to be a better whatever. It's like a craft. So like if you're good at sleight of hand, you could just be like, I do tricks at parties, or you could be like David Copperfield if you really work on it.
Yeah.
But like I do think that like there are people who are super, super smart that know how to write jokes. My favorite I like comedy that's very silly too. But I will say, like, I also like somebody who can write a joke and make you think about something that you wouldn't have thought about it. Or they can even like almost change your mind in a way. It can be like, oh, I never really thought of it that way. And it's almost like they did your thinking for you. They sat down and chewed on it in a way that you wouldn't have been able to do. And then they were able to kind of simplify it down into like joke structure. But really, it's this deep thing, that they're giving you. I think about that with Roy Wood. Roy Wood Jr. is a great comic who not a lot of people know about. He was a contributor on The Daily Show for many years, but his stand-up specials are really interesting. He's a black comic, and I feel like a lot of what he does is almost like explaining what it's like to be a black person in America to a really mixed audience. A lot of white people are in his audiences.
Yeah.
And so it's like he's almost teaching them about his black experience, but not in a preachy way.
Yeah.
Make sure the jokes are number one.
Yeah.
But I remember watching some of his stuff and just being like, it's very moving to experience comedy in a way. And you also go, oh, I also kind of see, he said it in a way I wouldn't have expected,
Yeah.
So he's kind of doing the deep work to get it. But also the joke matters. If you just have an agenda and you come out and be like, I've got this smart thing. If you come up and you're trying to sound smart, I mean, people see it coming. They want authentic first.
Yeah.
They want. And then you got somebody like Nate that's like, he kind of plays dumb on stage, but is a very smart guy and a very driven guy. But his character on stage is very, I'm just like you. I'm a simple man and this is the dumb thing I did today or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's very approachable and accessible. And that's what his charm is.
I think that's where the common sense, I think, comes in.
Yeah,
and that
for sure.
He's able to see when he did something dumb.
Yeah.
And then enhance that in the joke, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, we all do dumb things. Some of us more than others, Jonnie.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I think I think vulnerability is kind of the key to almost everything in the world, in a sense of...
Well, it's become more rare, I think.
It has.
And maybe that's just because of like what we see. You see it it's like even in church terms, we see like biblical manhood conference or whatever. And you go, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm very skeptical and nervous about some of the stuff that's being hijacked and being called manhood now, or being called, there was a comic a few years ago and he would talk about the wussification of America and all. You just go, what does that even mean? Like, what are we talking about? Like, so yeah, when I see real vulnerability in a speaker or somebody that's like a public figure, it's kind of jarring now because we're being told that we got to put our shields up.
Yeah.
And that's just really paranoia about how you're being perceived. All that is insecurity. When you go, I've got to be the manliest in the room.
Right.
You're being like, why?
Yeah, I think it's one of those, again, I grew up doing manual labor, right? I mean, covered in motor oil or, greasing fittings or sharpening blades or, because commercial lawn care, or covered in grass and blood and all kinds of stuff. Because, sunburned, and you had that
And that's just before you left the house.
Yeah,
They're just like, hey, come in here. We're going to cover you with oil. Let's get you out there.
Get your grease fitting. But, sometimes Laura would even say, like, I forget what it was the other day. Something had happened and I needed to fix something.
Yeah.
And I went and figured, well, you came on the day. You're a real handy guy. When I was, I didn't want to pay to have the whole hot water heater redone. Right. So I literally ordered the parts.
It's just a water heater, John. Hot water doesn't need to be heated.
You really want to go there?
I do.
Do you think this is one of these common sense things?
It's not an ATM machine. It's just an ATM. It's not a...
See, I take back everything I said. But she'll be like, I'm glad I married someone that can change a tire.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You could do some things.
Okay, I get that.
And so where that crosses into masculinity versus like that we
just
ascribe.
You're able to help. Like there is a thing where you want somebody to be able to like do something.
Yeah.
I get that.
Again, if I got to replace boards and drive a nail or like things that Dad taught, so I think they do fall more predominantly into the masculine experience, right? My daughter maybe I had her hammer a nail one time kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have a lot of opportunity. Like my dad, I felt like I was doing something every day.
You're not training in the backyard like Mr. Miyagi.
Right. But my childhood was so like, we're going to need an impact for this, because I got to beat this bearing out too. And like, it was just like constantly old equipment and old things. And I don't know how to reproduce that. Did it bring common sense on some things? I hope so. But there's always somebody more handy.
Yeah.
You know, we have engineer buddies. I mean, they can do everything. You
Yeah.
know, like they're just, you know, build their own whatever, you know. And I know my way around somewhat car repairs, but not like Chris downstairs. I'm like, dude, come look at this and help me know.
Chris
you know?
downstairs, not a sponsor.
Right. You know, and he was military.
Yeah.
And then there's that whole thing. Those of us who were military, those of us who are not, you know, where does that matter? And I think you're right. Like, masculinity should be something.
I mean, it's fine to like say like, hey, let's be as sufficient as we can.
Self-sufficient,
Let's look at providing. Let's look at
have a good work ethic.
The idea of like gender roles, I get it, but it's like the whole thing of when it becomes this weird cudgel issue and a culture war thing and something to use against somebody if they're into the arts. Like, my kid's into the arts. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's like, I don't know, support him.
Right.
Or like when I do these men's conferences at churches, I think I've mentioned it before many podcasts ago, but it's like, I used to do these ones and they'd get up and they'd be like, almost like bragging about how when I was a kid, we were afraid of my dad.
Yeah.
Like not saying it like they're revealing trauma. They would say like, kids talk to their dads now just like they're their buddies. When I was a kid, we were afraid of my dad. If he came home, my mom would nervously bring him a glass of tea and we'd just go sit down and give him space. I go, yeah, that's trauma. Like, what are we talking about? You're afraid of your dad. He sounds like a jerk.
Yeah, the right kind of strength, I think, is the kind that your friends, your wife, your children should be drawn to out of a place of protection and a place of...
Yeah, and I get respect, but it's like,
sure.
There's like, you see some of this. And so this idea that we're going to hearken back to that, we've talked about that before, like nostalgia is the most powerful drug we have in this culture.
Yeah.
It's so, we misremember everything. We're remembering things from our childhood. We're romanticizing everything. We're never looking at anything bad that happened. We're only being like, man, those were the good old days. All you're remembering is like a 57 Bel Air at a drive-in. You're not remembering separate drinking fountains.
Right.
You're not remembering the horrible things.
Right. Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not remembering that. You're not remembering like, drills at school. We had to put our head between our knees just in case, so we'd be ready for the nuclear. Like, we're not remembering that. And so like, I just feel like this idea of manhood, and it can become such an idol in a weird way.
It can. And I think the way that we brand it, like, I'm going to make maybe a bold statement, but I don't think that real men have to wear T-shirts that say real men on them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, like, that's not what needs to be advertised, like, dude, just, go change the tire or go capture the groundhog. If you got to kill it, go kill the groundhog.
And then go play with your kid.
Then go play with your kid.
Be silly. Have a tea party with your kid.
Exactly. Don't bring the groundhog to the tea party.
Listen, whatever you do.
Rip up your kid real bad.
Whatever you do not bring a groundhog to a tea party.
If there's one thing we could get everybody to understand,
that's
the reason we started this podcast.
It really is. That's the only reason. John, let's do my segment. Speaking of groundhogs and tea parties in no way whatsoever, let's do Johnny's old jokes. We call it Joke About That. I want to do a few from our friend of mine, Gary Muledeer, one of my favorite comedians, 50-year comedy career, a member of the Opry, the Grand Ole Opry, which I just debuted on, name drop. Gary Muledeer, here's a few he's, he was kind of a guitar comic too, which I love, and a few one-liners from Gary Muledeer for this segment. My father, when I was a kid, was the local veterinarian and taxidermist. The sign out front said, "Either way, you get your dog back." Great. And that's one of those jokes that's been around so long that people have accused Gary of stealing it. And I think Gary just wrote it. Like, that's the thing.
It's been around long enough, yeah.
It's been around long. You just go, oh, yeah, I've heard that one. You go, yeah, I wrote it 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love Gary. It has been proven that Americans watch television more than any other appliance. That's one of those perfect jokes too, where it's like the last word unlocks the joke.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you don't know, you think you know where it's going. You think you know where it's going. Appliance, perfect. And finally, from Gary Muledeer, my granddad used to say, if everybody liked the same thing, they'd all be after your grandma. Yeah, he's great. What a treasure.
That's great.
What a treasure, Gary. If you're listening, we love you.
Yeah,
John. Let's do This Week in History. We call it Talk About Then.
John, I thought you'd find this fascinating. This week, 1923, 20-year-old John Dillinger committed his first criminal offense. It was a car theft in Indiana for which he was never caught. He abandoned it 17 miles away. Dillinger's crimes continued, and after serving 8.5 years for armed robbery, he was released from prison in 1933 when a petition of 188 signatures was presented to the governor. Even his victim signed the petition.
What?
Well, you can imagine what happened. He immediately began his famous crime spree using the skills he learned in prison, robbing his first bank the following month. So here's this guy. He commits his first crime this week, 1923, and never got caught. But then his crimes keep going. Then he serves 8.5 years prison. Then some kind of petition comes out in 33, 10 years after his first crime.
Why? What was the whole public outcry for his release?
I don't know, but he was released. And then it's like, he's like, thanks. I've been lifting weights. And he just goes.
I've learned so much in here.
Yeah. Been talking to a lot of folks.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Wow. That sounds almost like, again, something.
It's like a movie. I mean, I'm sure there have been movies made about John Dillinger.
Yeah, but that's a very pathological thing. Obviously, almost like he couldn't help himself to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else? I mean, if you have no other life skills, I guess at that point in your life, you're like, well, what else can I do?
Yeah, but robbing a bank.
Yeah.
Robbing a bank is not like, I need bread for my kids. Robbing a bank's like, I'm going after this one big, glorious, If you want to rob, if you want to steal bread, do what I do. Just go steal bread from your local store. You don't have to rob a bank.
John steals bread. There's another admission.
There we go.
It's like a book for you. You go, all I need is this one last score. Is that how you feel? Baby, if I can just get this one last book.
Yeah. I used to feel that way.
We'll never have to work again. John, the coldest day on record happened this week, 1983. Do you want to take a guess how cold it got in Vostok, Antarctica?
Are we in Fahrenheit?
I've got both.
Okay.
So let's do Fahrenheit because that's what we know.
You don't know what I know.
Okay.
I can convert immediately in my head. I'm just kidding. I want to say it was. Ooh, see, because here's the thing. I'll feel stupid if I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah.
-78.
-128.
Holy cow. Okay.
That's one of those you walk out, you're an icicle. If you have exposed skin, you're done.
Yeah, you probably just die.
There's no way you could. I mean, there's people that have substations on Antarctica,
How
research.
Close to 0 Kelvin is that? I wonder. Which is the
Don't
lowest.
drag Kelvin into this. Don't act like you know what Kelvin is.
I did. Excuse me.
The South Pole.
Can I speak to Mr. Kelvin?
Solstice. Yeah, it's wild. 128 below.
Yeah.
What's the coldest it's been in Tennessee because I remember it getting 24 below one time when I was 12.
Oh, I don't keep a record of those things.
That's crazy for Tennessee.
Yeah.
Antarctica, 128.
Yeah.
Wild.
Some of y'all have been complaining about the...
That's -89 Celsius, by the way.
Oh, I was going to say negative.
Yeah.
What's it, Kelvin again? Okay.
Yeah, Kelvin. John, the first person to appear on network television via videotape, happened this week. The person who appeared as first on network television via videotape passed away this week, 1994. It's kind of we're celebrating her life in a way because this is her accomplishment. But I like the story because a Canadian-born actress, Dorothy Collins, was the first person to appear on network television via videotape in 1956. 2.5-minute videotaped segment of her performing aired during the live broadcast of the Jonathan Winters show. Jonathan Winters, great old comedian. I need to do some Jonathan Winters on joke about that one night. The videotape recorder was new, and NBC engineers wanted to see if the viewing public could tell the difference between a videotape and the live portion of the show. So it was a little experiment. They played the segment as if it were part of the live show, and it passed the test. And so began that little thing that shows do all the time. But this was the first time it ever happened. 1956.
Interesting.
Dorothy Collins. I don't know. John, finally, this week, Robert Gibbon Johnson was born in 1771, died 1850. That's a nice long life. He was an American horticulturalist. And the reason he makes the list is that, according to legend, he ate a tomato in front of Salem, New Jersey courthouse, shocking onlookers by proving that they were not poisonous as generally believed.
What?
So Robert Gibbon Johnson proved to a unbelieving public that tomatoes were not like a poisonous berry. They were long believed, even in the late 1700s, that they were poisonous. It shocked onlookers so badly that reportedly a woman screamed and fainted at the sight of him eating the, quote, poisonous tomato.
Did they call it a tomato?
I don't know. But they were like, don't eat those tomatoes. They're poisonous. And, some people really hate tomatoes. I wonder if that's like an ingrained thing from like a fear that they're not good. They are acidic.
I like tomatoes.
I like a tomato.
You know who else likes tomatoes?
Who's that?
The groundhog.
Of course.
Put that on.
Did you have tomato plants that he was gobbling up?
No,
you don't have vegetable
sweet
plants.
potato plants.
Sweet potato plants.
But they're not sweet, again, they're decorative.
Sweet potato vines.
Vines.
But they've got a little...
There's a bulb in there.
Yeah.
He never dug that up or anything, but...
Isn't tomato one of those things that's like actually a fruit?
That's what they say.
And they'll go, well, actually...
You know what Tim Hawkins, when I wrote with him in his book, he had his whole thing about being those people that at the party like to say, tomato's a fruit, it's a fruit, tomato's a fruit. He go, if it's not a Jolly Rancher flavor, it's not a fruit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of is a fruit the way I eat it because it's ketchup, and ketchup is just mostly sugar. Yeah. It's like tomatoes and then go, hey, can we just add sugar until this idiot can dip his fries in it? And then I do that. So it's definitely it's a fruit when I eat it.
I like a good fresh tomato though.
Just like
on top of a burger.
Full salt on there.
I think that's an age thing. I can now eat tomatoes just straight if I had to.
Just like a hand fruit? Just bite into it?
I put some salt on it.
Thank you.
A little pepper.
You salt your watermelon?
My wife does.
That's weird to me. Watermelon's sweet. What are we doing?
Oh, honey, is it tagine? Is that what it's called?
Tahini. It's like a seasoned salt.
She'll put that on it too. I like the watermelon all natural.
It's like cayenne kind of a vibe.
I like it refreshing. She likes to turn refreshing things into savory things.
I just like to be refreshed.
Like, one of her favorite food experiences of all time, I took her, because we like Spanish tapas, small plate eating. And we went to this fancy place in Nashville, and they brought us a Basque cheesecake from the Basque region of...
Oh, well, we all know about that.
And the deal is, it's not sweet. Like a cheesecake you're used to, there's no strawberries on
cheese.
it. It's like a savory cheesecake. And to this day, she's like, it's the greatest thing ever. I was like... What?
You found a way to ruin cheesecake.
I wanted cheesecake, and I get it. I know I'm Americanized. I know I like my sugar. And look, I know I could lose a few pounds. But you know what? Johnny, cheesecake. You don't go to Cheesecake Factory to get, bring me that just hunk of cheese for dessert.
You got a meat pie I could have? No.
No.
We have sweet things.
Yeah. We want sweet things. Spike the blood sugar.
Go and get you some diabetes. Well, anyway, that's it for This Week in History this week, there, John. I think tomatoes were considered poisonous until this week. And I don't know when it happened. It doesn't say when it happened. He was born in 1771, though. So at some point, and it says according to legend, so somebody's gonna search it up and be like, we always knew.
I think so.
Yeah, no one was ever that dumb.
I'm waiting for someone to create their own podcast to correct us called Talk About That.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that instead of you just sending the email, which we love, and if they wanted to send an email,
oh, right, that's
where
true.
would they send it to?
They would go to hello@talkaboutthatpodcast.com. Just put that there, and then a little subject line that says, hey, you were wrong again.
Yeah.
And then just begin expounding on all of our flaws.
We like that because
we get it. We'll never be good enough.
We see that common sense and sense of humor are combined. Like
we understand.
Two sides of the same coin.
We've got a long way to go, and we need your help.
Yeah.
And we don't have a producer on the show, and so we need you to help us know when we're wrong. We thought about calling that segment Wrong About That. So that could be the name of that podcast, Wrong About That.
You don't think Talk About That is... You could go to talkaboutthatpodcast.com. You can be typing for a while.
That's true. You get a talk about loop.
Yeah.
It's like Dimitri Martin used to have a bit about he can never spell banana because he always adds too many nas. He's like, B-A-N-A, banana. B-A-N-A-N, banana. Dang it. Too far. Yeah.
That's kind of like Mississippi for me.
Yeah, man, you never know how many ippies.
You never know. I mean, you could just watch.
That's why they made that song, like crooked letter, ah. But they had to make that, they had to, we need help.
Yeah.
It's got a song.
You know who else needs help, Johnny?
What's that?
You, because Johnny is there's so many shows.
We're adding so many shows.
It's unbelievable. He's telling me at lunch today. I was like, wow.
It's a very exciting time, and I will sleep when I'm dead. And, but we are, this summer and fall, it is so many shows. So I'm definitely coming somewhere near you. Go to JonnieW.com. Get those tickets while you can. Shows are selling out. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
These shows are selling out. No, get out there.
Somebody's selling out, if you know what I mean.
Come out and see a show. It's so fun. I have a couple dates left with Nate Bargatze, and if you've not seen his new hour, it's just fantastic. My favorite hour he's ever written, and I'm being dead serious when I say that. It's so good. And I have 2 shows with him coming up in Denver. I think there's a handful of tickets remaining for those at Ball Arena, September 12th and 13th. And then we just added Denver Improv. I'll be there the 14th. So come see Nate, then come see me.
Wow.
Come see my full show.
Yeah.
Make a whole Denver trip.
I like Denver.
There's hiking, there's skiing.
Altitude.
That's September. I don't know if there's skiing yet in Denver, but somewhere if you go high enough.
If you go high enough, you
It's
can
the Mile
always
High
find
City.
skiing. Yeah.
I
wonder if it's going to affect your comedy to be
the Mile High,
elevated
the climate.
altitude.
Get winded a little bit.
Be like, excuse me, guys.
I just got to take a break. I can't go home.
I can't give that tag. So,
It happens. Well, and but thanks for everything. I mean, it's so cool and to see people at the show. And I'm seeing more people now that listen to the podcast, which is fun. When I was in Goshen, Indiana, several people were looking around for you. I think they think we like share an apartment. It's like people used to say that about Pat Morita and Ralph Macchio when he did the Karate Kid movie.
Yeah.
That was like 80s lore. And so it was so locked in our childhoods. Whenever one of them would be out, they'd be like, "Hey, you ever
Where's
see
Mr. Miyagi?"
It's like, I don't. Yeah, we don't.
It's like he's doing the next movie.
Yeah.
Jonnie and I are not really even friends. We started this.
This is a total symbiotic professional relationship.
We're just acting.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're doing a good job.
I think so.
You would think.
368 episodes later.
Too many.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to just tell you, and I was boring Jonnie before we went on the air, that I am deep in a historical biography for the University of Tennessee Press that I can't wait to share with you over the next probably couple of years. It's going to take a while, but pretty exciting stuff. So be looking out for opportunities to maybe get on that pre-order list whenever we get closer.
We'll announce it whenever it comes out. I want people to grab hold of it. It's going to be good, man.
And it might be one of those things that you don't actually read all the way through, but you put on your coffee table to look like you have common sense.
Absolutely.
And that you're smart, you know? I mean, I don't feel like I'm smart and I'm writing it, so you don't have to feel smart for reading it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're all just going to try our best together to put together words somehow onto a page. So it's going to be great.
Beautiful.
That's my big pitch.
Okay. Well, no, I can't wait for it. I'm going to read that one. I mean, come on, it's the tapestry of American history. Come on, we're all a part of it. Yeah, all that. You like that? See that? I'll write the foreword if you want.
That'd be great. I'd love to hear.
And the afterword. And the back cover.
And the epilogue. And the prologue. And the preface.
I don't know if I wonder if I want to be that famous to where somebody starts asking me for stuff like that, where they're like, "Hey, could you endorse this thing?" Because like, if it wasn't you, if it's just somebody that I barely know, and they're like, "Well, you like," then you go, "Now I'm linked with this person."
Yeah,
that could just.
Yeah, I got to write an endorsement. I think it was just an endorsement, not the forward, for an Enneagram 6 book. And that was great. But obviously you have to read it first.
Got to read it, and then you kind of know, like, is this person about to go sideways? And then I'm going to be like on every cover of this book.
Yeah, he was great.
Well, for now.
Yeah. Now that I've put my name on it, I will say this. There was a book I have done that I wrote, one of my first ones, and there was an endorsement on there that recently bad things came out about that person.
Yeah, it can happen.
And that was one of those like, oh, we're not getting that off that cover. That was like,
Yeah, that'll happen with me. You've linked yourself to me 300 plus episodes, and then so when I get canceled, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna like a millstone around your neck, buddy.
Trickle down. The good news is I'm not small enough to cancel. Wait, I'm not big enough to cancel.
Too small to fail. Too small to fail.
I'm too small to fit into the palm of your hand, but too big to...
Smaller than a breadbasket.
Throw off
Bigger than a
cliff.
groundhog.
You follow the lemmings.
Yes. You know that's a myth, right?
I do know.
Yeah. That was like the cameraman pushed them off. He like scurried them off. They all dove off the cliff. And then the producer did, and the guy was just shooting it. And so like the famous illustration of like, you just go off the cliff like lemmings. They were just spooked. They got...
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you do wish that they would
like a Disney nature
not
film.
Run off the cliff just because they're spooked, but they're wild animals. You think the groundhog would run off the cliff?
Yeah.
That dude was freaking out.
Wonder if they could swim or if the lemmings are really all drown. It's sad. It's like you and your groundhog. wherever he is.
I think my groundhog's living the good life right now.
If he's out there, man, I hope he's
meeting new friends and telling stories like you will never guess what happened to me yesterday.
I just got out of jail. They kept me overnight.
He immediately went and robbed a bank. I couldn't believe it. Probably went over next door. We know people next door.
There's a
went over to Miss
petition.
Lillian's house and started just digging underneath her house, and he just doesn't learn. And I think that Henry just doesn't.
If you
learn.
hear from Lillian, who's the neighbor of the church, that she's got a groundhog problem, oh man, that's going to be wild. Dude.
I'll have to go over and
You're
capture.
like, I never had any problem before. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, there's huge property next to her.
And she's got a vineyard too, so that's like.
Oh no! I just released a groundhog into the. No, actually,
It's going
he's
to be
pretty far away.
out there in the grapes.
They got. Or he just gets into the basement and gets into the bottles of wine, for all we know.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
He's taking a dark turn.
Henry's got.
Yeah.
He's got issues.
He's all of his own book.
Yeah. He was like, I'll never forget that. He has this scarred nose,
Yeah.
Scarred nose, that's what we call him. When he got into his life of crime.
And you want to be an author. And you got to roll away with English language.
Johnny, I think that's probably enough.
That's enough. I think we got what we need here.
Guys, thank you for the time you spent with us. Let's do it again next week here on
Talk about that.